Congrats on the win. Just take me through, obviously, we've talked about the history. Shohei's done so much of this. What was it like just seeing him do this, actually accomplish it? The 9 strikeouts, playing this full game, still active on both ends. You talked about just now that this is who he is, but what is that like to see anew?
Well, it's certainly never been done, certainly at this level. I think it just really, speaks to, I use the word compartmentalize a lot, but this epitomizes compartmentalize. And, he's essentially 2 people, in one night, in one game. To kind of look at the at-bats that he took tonight and how he struggled offensively, but to separate that and just be a pitcher and weather that inning, that 3-run inning, to then go out there and give us 6 innings, keep us in the ball game. I just don't know any human that can manage that, those emotions, and how do you not take that to the mound? So yeah, we continue to just witness history.
And just related to that decision you're making, 2 runners are on, already down 3-0. Didn't look like there was even a stirring in the pen. It seemed like you were just going with him in that spot. Can you just take me through what you're thinking about in that moment?
I just felt that he was just getting better as the night went on. I felt he was the best option, and nothing that I was seeing showed a drop-off. And so, if he could chew up a couple more innings, I felt it would help us, tonight and the games going forward. So, yeah, and, that next inning, after 6, I felt the stress before, all that stuff. I felt his job was done, but and also given his first playoff game, but I felt really confident in him, getting through 6 with us, for us.
Okay, we're going to go over there on the left to Bill.
Yeah, Dave, Glasnow to Vesia to Sasaki, how close to your plan was that? And can we call Sasaki the closer now?
I don't know how close it was. I felt good with Glass tonight in some capacity, given he's going to start a potential game 4. I felt good about Vesia in some capacity tonight. And, with Roki, I just felt that the lane right there, asking Alex to do an up-down, I just felt, comfortable with him right there. So, and honestly, I could have went to a couple other guys in those spots, but, just kind of knowing who I got, I felt good about those guys we were running out there.
And Real Muto's ball that went to the wall for a triple didn't look like Teoscar gave a great effort to cut it off. What did you think of the play?
I got to look at it again. I would argue that he wasn't not trying. But yeah, that's a ball that you don't want Real Muto to have a triple. Certainly a short right field. But I will say, on that Harper ball, he made the adjustment himself, him and Dino, to cheat to the line, to go against the rec, to kind of play, something that if Glass hangs a breaking ball, because that would have scored a runner. So, he did a good job getting the ball in. So, and obviously, so that was a big play. And then obviously with the 3 strikeouts and to come up with a huge hit and to kind of, keep that out of his mind was huge for us.
Okay, we're going to go all the way back to Dylan.
Dave, on the subject of the pen, was there a scenario, like let's just say that second inning for Glasnow had been quick, that he could have gone out for a third inning and just kind of closed out the game there?
Yep, there was. And not that the second inning was bad. There was a walk in there, then the Harper grounder, C&I grounder, then the other walk. I felt that's what cost him, and then I got to make a decision. So I just felt that, Alex is used to coming into spots, and so that's why I decided to go. But yeah, if it would have been a cleaner inning, I was certainly thinking about running back out there.
And, and also just the fact that, tonight, right, Ohtani was, right, good but not great, right, pitching-wise, with that second inning. The fact that he struck out 4 times tonight. The fact that you guys were still able to win the game, how important do you think that was?
It was huge. He's not always going to be perfect, but I do feel that him giving up the 3 and to still go out there and give us 6 innings, so 5 innings tonight he threw shutout baseball, was huge. So it's a quality start for him. He gets the win. And, this team's done it a lot. You know, different guys pick each other up, and you know, Tommy continues to do his thing, and you know, Andy, after getting robbed, gets a big hit to start an inning. You know, Alex Call, when called upon, takes 2 good at bats, and we got Will Smith in the game, gets on base. So just everyone collectively, and also you get a starter who's never come out of the pen and comes out and gives us a solid effort. So just great team win.
We stay back there, Stephanie.
Dave, you said in September that when Teo was kind of struggling, that one of the things you were looking to see from him was more edge. Have you been seeing more edge recently? And if so, when did that start?
It started after that series in Colorado. I think that's when he kind of really turned it on, and it's a long season for all these guys. But I felt that that's the point where he was like, you know what, I got to be better. I got to play better. I got to play better defense. I got to dial up the offense, and the offense has really ratcheted up, you know, in September though.
Is that something he said, or just something you saw from him?
It was he said, we talked about it, and he delivered.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to stay back there on the left, far left.
Hey, Dave, you hear in sports about guys coming through in the clutch, being clutch athletes. Kike seems to be that the last month or so. Is that accurate? And if so, how would you describe what he's doing?
Well, I think that's applicable to every postseason. You know, I mean, the numbers don't lie, and in the postseason, he just performs. And, you know, he had a good last 3 or 4 games to finish out the season. But, again, once the postseason hits, he just ratchets it up, you know, a couple other levels.
Okay, we're going to take